We're going to start with some opening comments from Coach, and then if we could direct questions to the student athletes first, please.
I'm just really excited about this team win today. I'm just so proud of this group, especially Keishana and Laura. I just think they showed up like they showed as leaders with this program, ready to go and prove that we're capable of continuing to play. You know, we talk about building a foundation and some of the success we've had in the past, but start on the right foot this year. So I'm just really proud of their effort today. Really, the team as a whole. You know, we defensively did what we need to do, and then Keishana and Kylie did a little bit of scoring for us as well. So I think it really, for us, is a great first game right out of the box. So I'd say again, to be at home today, especially getting to debut our new video board, was really an exciting day. So I'm glad we were able to stay focused and come away from it.
I mean, you were this team's leading scorer last year, but now you know you're going to have to shoulder an even bigger burden. What felt different about, you know, sort of that mindset tonight compared to last year?
I wouldn't say it's felt any different. What I did last year is, I mean, I have to step up more as a leader, but scoring-wise, I'm pretty much doing the same. I don't have to prove anything. I don't have to go out and score 40 points every game. I just kind of continue to do what I've been doing throughout the years.
Did you feel like it, because it seemed like early in the game, you know, you were looking for your shot, and once you got a few buckets and the rest of the team started to settle down, I mean, do you think that can be part of it too, is even if you don't have to score 40 a game, having to get open it up a little bit?
For sure. I think just looking to score kind of sets the tone, and then once I'm settled in, my teammates start looking to score more, especially, you know, Fern, looking to get shots off, and, you know, Kylie, especially looking for her because I know what she can do. She can shoot, she can play in post, so I think me setting the tone definitely helps our team.
2 years ago, we got to the NCAA, and then last year you were here and fell a little short. That I believe when he kind of tasted an extra desire to finish it all off again this year coming in.
Except for
Either
Fern, anyway.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, me and Key definitely want to come back after that happened because we want to end on a win. So definitely just bringing that winning mentality every game and knowing that we have a target on our back. Every team wants to beat us, so kind of just want that winning mentality every game.
Maura, I mean, you know, I didn't get to see you pre-injury, right? So watching you last year to watching you now this year, it looks like you're kind of back to wherever you should have been. You know, like you look more athletic, more comfortable out there. Did it feel that way? Did it feel similar to, you know, in terms of your athleticism in your body prior to the injury? Is that a fair comparison, or how did it feel out there compared to now?
Yeah, I definitely feel back to where I was before the injury, and kind of just my teammates always have my back, so knowing that I can give them the ball and they're going to catch it. So kind of just they know how I want to play, so I know how they want to play. So kind of just back to where I am.
How long did it take out there just to, from a team perspective, to feel like you guys were, all right, we're in the season, we're underway here?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely took us a little bit because we have 4 freshmen. But, I mean, the 2 freshmen, Kylie and Grace, they stepped up so great. And they're really getting the hang of it. We have a lot of plays, so they're doing awesome. So, it definitely took us a little bit, but I think we're getting there.
Yeah, what do you think, for either of you, of Kylie's performance tonight?
I thought she was great. I mean, we know what she does in practice, so we weren't surprised at the performance. But for a freshman to come out and, you know, give us 20 points is pretty phenomenal. So, I thought she did a great job.
Keishana, last year, the opener, a little bit of a slower start for you and for the team. Tonight, your 6th career 30-point game, and you had it going on early. Talk about the mindset. Once you started to kind of feel your shot going in, you looked just unstoppable at certain times.
I think my mindset going into games is to start off aggressive instead of, you know, waiting to see how they're guarding me. It's instead I'm the attacker and go at them and make them be the ones to adjust to me playing. And I think I did a great job of that tonight. I think my teammates did a great job of finding me and trusting me to knock down big shots, especially early in the game, and then me trusting them to, you know, settle out and then them take the shots.
One of my favorite moments as you make that signal was Maura got a pass. You were right next to her on the wing, and you said, shoot it. You put your hand up, shoot it. Maura drained the 3. Are you trying to get her to take more shots this year? Is that the plan?
Definitely, and I think we have a different connection because we've been playing together for 5 years, so I know that Fern can take and make those shots, and she, vice versa, she knows that she's going to find me wherever I am on the court. So definitely just getting her to take the shots for sure.
And Maura, you know, kind of,
she's going to make them.
yeah, hey, 2 for 4 from 3.
Yeah.
You know, Maura, kind of piggybacking off of what Josh was saying, where you look very comfortable out there. 6 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, felt like a firm game to me. How do you feel out there, and how do you approach your role to this team this year?
Yeah, definitely a bigger role this year, being a fifth-year senior, so kind of just taking that leadership and trying to lead everyone on the court. And with 2 freshmen on the floor, majority of the game, kind of just making sure they know what we're in, what we're doing, so kind of just making sure everyone's on the same page.
Keishana, what felt most different, like, on the court tonight? You know, new team. Like, what was most different from last year's team?
I think, like Firm said, we're playing with 2 freshmen in our starting lineup, so definitely have to be a little bit more vocal with them and talking them through a lot of plays. But I mean, I think they did a great job adjusting and listening to us, listening to the calls on the floor. So I mean, other than that, I think it felt great.
Big city game coming up on Tuesday. LaSalle picked second in the Atlantic 10. What kind of opportunity is that Tuesday morning, I should say?
Wait, can you repeat the question?
Noon, isn't it right? Yeah, what kind of opportunity when you're playing a team that was picked second in the Atlantic 10, to follow up on the win?
I think it's a test for us to see how we can, take this win, soak it in, and then move on to the next one and get ready to, soak in a new scout. We're playing on the road, so that's also going to be a test for us. But I think we're excited. So it's nothing new to Ferm and I, but it might be new to Grace and Kylie, our other 2 freshmen. So it's just soaking it in and moving on to the next one.
Did you notice Hannah Nihil in the crowd?
I did notice her. She was screaming at me while I was shooting free throws. Yeah.
Some things never change.
Keishana, what's it like for you? I mean, I don't know if you know this right now or not, but you moved into the top 10 on the all-time scoring list. What's that like to you? What does it mean to you? How does it feel?
I didn't know that, but I mean, it feels great now knowing. I mean, that was definitely one of my goals this year to move into the top 10, to continue to move up in the rankings. So I mean, it's pretty exciting, and I'll just keep it going from here.
Any more questions for the student athletes? Keith, Firm, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep telling her
Not scoring 35 or 40 every game, but really setting the tone and helping the offense open up early.
I mean, I think it's, you watch her, she's a special player. The way she's able to create shots for herself and within the team. And I think, one of the things when you're learning how to play with people and new people, especially with Firm and Key this year, so the one thing you have to learn is how to play without Hannah and I. So you bring up that, they played with her for so long, and I think they're doing a really good job adjusting. And Keishana knowing, the one thing about Keishana I know, and I told her this year, is that you've done everything you need to do. You've proven things, you've done it. So now you just need to show up and bring those others with you, when you step on the floor. And I think she's really stepping into those leadership positions. And like she said, she's really trying to help the freshmen get to where they need to be. In doing so, I think it takes that weight off her shoulder where she's got, I think she's doing everything. She is doing a lot of things, and we're asking her to do a little more every time, but I think she also can handle it in positions. So I'm really excited about her leadership so far, and it's going to, like we said, it's going to get tougher. No team's not going to prepare for her every game, and she knows that. So that said, we really need to make sure everyone's involved so everyone's ready to be a threat on the floor as well.
It looked like the first few possessions a little bit, maybe some wide eyes and a little standing around, like, all right, what's going to happen? Who's going to start? When, from your vantage point, did the team start to settle in and play the way you wanted to?
I think in the second quarter, I think the first quarter is like, the defenses and the different things. We do a lot of changes on the end. I think once I saw us get some of those turnovers and transition points, I felt like, hey, we're in a good space now. They're feeling, the defense was giving us a little bit of our offense. And, Key hits a couple shots, and she just gives it a look like, if you set her up for a shot, she's going to have an opportunity to make it. You feel really good because now it just opens things up for everybody else. So I felt like that second quarter really kind of was our run for us.
In your talks with her, didn't come up here, but this keeps up, it's like a disease, a nice disease spread across the country. Did she discussed any WNBA aspirations?
I think we talk a lot about this right now, especially with this group. She stays in the moment. Like, we always say stay in the next possession, because I think sometimes when you think about the future, that's where you tend to get a little more anxious. I think she's a very skilled player. I think she would have an opportunity to play beyond Drexel if it's something she wants to do. So I'm hoping that she just continues to work like she is every day and shows up every day and continues to get better. That could be an opportunity for her. I think it would be great. I'd love to see that happen. But I also think right now she's really in the moment with this team and really like, I think she even said prepping for the next game is really what the focus is going to be.
No, that's why I said it was the
Yeah.
side, because once they start looking and we get to mid-season and all, and we start looking at stats, I mean, you look at the other teams still, had their chance. You could return the game.
I would love to see that happen. I think it'd be great. I think it'd be deserving. So I'm hoping she just stays steady with what she's doing every day.
And Kylie be the number 2 option all year long?
I think so. She's very talented, very skilled. For a freshman to come in, especially the first game of the season and stats, I don't think we've had somebody really do that since 2008 or 9 when Gabriella Martinian was the CAA Rookie of the Year. She came in and she's really getting comfortable. And I'd say for as much as we do on the floor as a team, she's coachable, and that piece right there, you just know that she's going to continue to get better. So I'm really impressed. To be honest, Kylie coming in, I knew she'd be effective for us, but she surprised me. She's one of those freshmen. She came in, and I'm surprised at how much she was able to learn and take on and actually carry over the game. So I was happy that today she had a nice outing.
It's just something like that, a couple mid-range jumpers and the one like 17-footer she kind of do in one-handed. Is that her game? Like, are those the kind of shots she hits often?
Yes, I think that's what she does well. She reminds me a little of Bailey Greenberg. So if she reminds me a little of Bailey Greenberg, I'll take her. Bailey Greenberg's pretty good. She's here tonight too, Bailey Greenberg. So a lot of loves in the house, which was nice to see.
I think the turning point in the game, because the first quarter was tight and Ryder was getting some good shots. The turning point was really in the second quarter when you started creating, getting the steals, creating the turnovers. In the end, you create 17 turnovers, 23 points off of those, and 13 steals. Hey, talk about the defense tonight, especially from the second quarter on, and creating that gap between you and Ryder.
I mean, I think that was, like you just said it right there. I think that was the big difference maker for us. I think we got to a point where we wore them down a little bit with that. Because they were getting looks, and they got some nice looks within, whether it was our zone or man, and we were switching it up. But I think the steals and the transition buckets, then you wear them down a little bit, and then they get a little indecisive, and you hope that stays on point. They made a little bit of run, which like I said in the third quarter, we only won the third quarter by 3 points. So I made that point at the start of the fourth quarter, and I felt the result in the fourth quarters we did a better job. Especially, I thought our bench really came off, and they came into the game and did a nice job just keeping it steady where we were.
Last question, please.
Regarding Fern and the return from the knee injury, did she look like she did pre-injury to you, or what was different?
I think she's better. I think you talk about someone going through that type of injury. We call her. I said her alias is the Ferminator, because I feel like I said, do you even know who the Terminator is? No, because she's too young. But I said she's going to do whatever it takes for our team to win. It could be the assist, it could be the shot, and I think that's where we're seeing her just grow into another role for us, because the last couple of years she's been the facilitator, and now she's doing a little more. But you're seeing it because I do think she's back even better from that injury. So I'm really proud of her. I said to her all the time, she took the toughest shot she's ever going to have to take, and then going through that injury. So now everything else should just be. I hope I want her to have fun. I know she's going to compete, and I think if we're doing that, I think we can have success.
Will you show her the Terminator?
Oh, I know, maybe I will.
It's like makes me a little sad inside.
Next road trip.
Yes,
the
that's
movie
right.
on the
Couple
bus.
of
I thought that was one of those
couple
movies that
those
would like
in
stick
schedule.
around.
I know.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.